The Kalen DeBoer Show is brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar. Tackle game day with a great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Ford. The Ford F-150 helps make your game day traditions bigger and better, season after season.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health, who reminds Alabama, don't wait, vaccinate.
This is the greatest rivalry in sports.
This is college football rivalry, I think, at its purest.
Auburn fans view Alabama fans as the corporate class who only love Alabama football, not the actual university.
These two teams get set to do battle in the greatest rivalry, certainly in college football, perhaps in all of sports here today.
I will not lose to Baylor Wildcat.
The Iron Bowl, one of college football's most intense rivalries.
But on one day it's jersey day, he come in a Auburn jersey, like, hold on, wait a minute.
It represents a clash, not just of football teams, but of the cultural pride within the state of Alabama.
There's only one school in Alabama, University of Alabama.
They're a disgrace to the state to be here.
It's who walks the state with their head held high for the next 365 days. The Iron Bowl rivalry goes beyond the field. It divides homes. It's always got bigger-than-life moments.
Touchdown, Alabama! The throw goes the other way. Mechie's in. Alabama wins.
This isn't about rankings or records. When you take the field, remember what this rivalry means. The hate is real. Remember the legends who played in this game. Let that hatred fuel you. Don't lose focus. Remember the standards you carry. You win this for your brothers, for the fans, and for the entire state of Alabama. This is the Iron Bowl. This is war.
Still looking. Firing. Near corner. It's caught! Unbelievable!
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Kalen DeBoer Show presented by Truckworks. I'm Chris Stewart, along with the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Never lost to Auburn. Congratulations. Great win, 28-14, a fantastic victory for your squad, Coach.
Yeah, I'm proud of these guys. Really putting a good week of practice together, defending our home territory, and that's always a big deal. But obviously, winning the Iron Bowl is huge for us. I know it's huge for our fan base, and I'm just proud of the way the guys fought and battled today. I'm proud of the way that they really focused on the right things all week long, focused on us, only us, and really prepared in a way where we could go out there and play confidently tonight.
Set a tempo very early in this one, Coach. You win the toss, you kick to them, do the job on defense, and then the offense goes right down the field. Does some nice things.
Yeah, I know that there was I felt like we were able to move the ball consistently. Really about the only thing that kept us from scoring was ourselves at times,
right.
And so, there's a couple plays we can be better at with taking care of the football. But I thought a lot of just playing confident, playing aggressive, doing some of the simple things, throwing and catching it, blocking, doing the fundamental things, and then letting the athleticism and who we are as players take over.
I know that you want to be perfect every time out, but I've got a feeling that while you were disappointed you were only up 14-6, if we told you going in, hey, Coach, you're going to turn it over 3 times in the first half, you'd absolutely taken an 8-point lead.
Yeah, our defense did a nice job off those turnovers of just holding them to field goals. I think that's the biggest piece from that. And, really what it did, it kept us from scoring, when we got inside their territory 2 of those 3 times. So, that was really kind of what we talked about at halftime is, we haven't even played close to our best yet. But we're doing a lot of good things. It's just 1 or 2 plays that are keeping them in the game.
You weren't 100% sure that Jam Miller was going to be able to go for you today. And 28 carries later, he has one of the guttiest performances I think we've seen.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna go. Just to what impact that he would have, and so he's gonna be ready to go each and every week. We know that, but for him to carry it 28 times, that says a lot about his preparation throughout the week.
I should have said how much he's going to be able to go. 28 times, though, would have been tough to predict coming into this one, the way he was able to run. And then also Jalen. Coach, we saw good and bad Jalen in this ball game. Enough mistakes where in some games you could have gotten beat, but so much of the good that allows you to win a football game like this. How proud are you of the young man that he's able to overcome adversity and still lead you to victory?
Yeah, 75% throwing the ball. I thought he really did a nice job leading us on our third downs. Made some big throws on third and medium to long situations, and that's not easy. You got a line bearing down on you, and he stood in there. There was a couple runs. Just taking care of the ball really is what it came down to. But he made a lot of great decisions. He did a nice job really getting us in the protection checks that we wanted to be in, managing the clock in the fourth quarter. So I think there was just a lot of things. I'm very proud of him.
All right, Coach, let's take a look at the first half highlight.
Thorne gets the snap, fires it right side, catches made, didn't drop. It's to his right. Jalen gets the snap, looking, firing across the middle, catches made, Dupree. First down and more. CJ motion, fake handoff to him. Here's Milrow getting to the edge. Milrow 15, Milrow 10, 5, touchdown Alabama. Jalen Milrow broke containment, 19 yards, and Bama gets on the board. Looking to the left, firing a pass that direction. Bernard catches made, snap, quick pass across the middle, ball knocked loose, it's incomplete. Empty set, Milrow throws it out, Bernard. He's going to get a first down, he'll get more. Fights inside the 10, Milrow pushes forward, pushes in, touchdown Alabama. They call it no and they get stacked up. Bama's D rises. It'll be 4th and goal from around the 2. Timeout Auburn.
Coach, 14-6 at the half. What'd you tell him in the locker room?
Well, kind of what we were talking about is just, we always talk about it being a 0-0 game. And, everything we did really doesn't matter other than what you learn from it, and that we needed to go out there and with the offense getting the ball to start the third quarter, that would really set the tone. And for them to score, I think, on their first 2 possessions, that was a big deal. Give us that cushion, puts them into a little bit more of urgency mode, maybe a little bit more one-dimensional, takes them away from the explosive opportunities they can have in the run game. Lets our defense, pin their ears back a little bit more. So, I thought that was really good complementary football there.
Coach, incredible that you're able to hold Jarquez Hunter to just 56 yards rushing. He's been tremendous this year.
Yeah, he popped a couple, and that's where a lot of his yards came off of. And so, I was really proud of the way we played physical in a lot of different ways. It's hard when you got a quarterback that can scramble and do some things in part of the run game, and then you also got a tailback of his caliber.
All right, let's look at those second half highlights.
To each side, single setback, Haynes, quarterback keep, and there goes the quarterback. Touchdown Alabama, Jalen Milrow, a 17-yard. 4 wideouts left for Auburn. This is a lateral, trying to set up a double pass. They're looking deep. This one's going to be picked, intercepted. Bray Hubbard at the 5. Auburn out. Fourth quarter. Tigers looking forward, stepping up in the pocket. It surrounds him. He bounces free left, squares his shoulders, throws downfield. It's picked off. It's picked off. Intercepted Alabama. Intercepted.
Coach, we've talked about James Burnip before and what a great asset he has been for your team. I know it's kind of bittersweet telling him goodbye on senior day, as you do for a lot of those guys, but man, it was great to see him the couple of times he was called on today deliver as he has done throughout the majority of his career.
He is. We've talked about him being a weapon, right? And he can flip the field for you. He did that. the one in the second half where he pinned him deep. It was great execution by everyone. And then knowing, at the very end, even just a sense that I got to just get rid of it, and he's still hitting a punt that, put them deep in their territory. So just got a great head on his shoulders, fun guy to be around for not just me and our staff, but he's a great teammate. And, seeing him have this success again tonight doesn't surprise me one bit.
All right, Coach, our player features are brought to us by Prestige Health Net. Let's go all access with punter James Burnip.
Yeah, so my name's James Burnip. I'm from Mount Maston, which is a small town outside of Melbourne in Victoria, Australia, and I went to Burnip College. So I'm a punter. I grew up in Australia, obviously, and growing up I kicked the ball around instead of threw a ball around. So the transition over to college football, American football, was the most easiest to go into a punting position. Majoring in psychology, and I want to become a sports psychologist and eventually move back to Australia and hopefully start up sports psychology over there. I want to play in the NFL when I'm done with college. I learned about the NFL maybe about 10 years ago when the games were on early Monday morning before I went to school, and that's when I first started watching American football, really. I probably got about 5 key moments. My favourite one was probably my first game against Miami in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That was my first time ever playing American football, so running out in front of 70,000 people was pretty surreal to me. My favourite moments here will probably be being in the locker room, just being around the guys. I speak in a funny way, so everyone loves to try to impersonate my accent. Australia has some very diverse foods. They have a lot of Asian food as we're close to Asia. And then food's different here. You guys like to deep fry everything, so I can't even go down and get an ice cream without it wanting to be deep fried. And just our snacks are a lot better than yours. Our chocolate tastes like actual chocolate. I would just like to say to all the fans, thank you very much for the continuing support that you show the team through ups and downs. We appreciate you guys more than you guys know, and we need you guys to continue supporting us and continue to cheer for us every single home game.
Coach, we used to just talk about the medical team and say trainers and doctors. It's really so much more than that. It's become a sports science staff, and you've got one of the best ones in the country.
Yeah, we do. Jeff Allen, is just so elite in what he does, just each and every week getting our guys ready to go. He and working in coordination with his staff, of course, but with David Ballou in the strength and conditioning area, just getting our guys all season long, ready to go on Saturdays. And, they're just the best of the best. There's no doubt about it.
Jeff Allen, Jeremy Giselle, who's been a part of the Alabama football program for a long time, and Ginger Gilmore as well. Bittersweet today. Home win with senior day and also the last home game for Ginger after 32 years. Amazingly, she started when she was 3 years old, but she's finishing up 32 years at the University of Alabama. And again, special people who spend almost as much or maybe more time, Coach, than the staff itself does with the players.
Yeah, and there's, like you said, more to it. There's the science piece to it. There's just the training piece. There's the behavioral mental health piece. I mean, there's just a lot of great areas that are impactful for our guys that they need, and it's resources that, again, are elite because of the people running it.
Coach, let's go Mercedes-Benz All Access with the sports science staff for Alabama Athletics.
First room we want to take a peek at here is our assessment suite. But before I do that, let me introduce two members of our staff here. This is Jeremy Giselle. He's our director of rehab. He's been an athletic trainer at Alabama for almost 20 years working football. One of the best athletic trainers in the country, handles all of our long-term rehab for us, and he's going to take you through this room here in just a second. Also with us today is Rob Sun. So Rob is Jeremy's assistant with long-term rehab, and he also coordinates the care of all of our special teams unit. So they're going to take you through this room and show you some cool technology that we have. It's going to help us develop you as a player.
We use this device primarily for 2 reasons. One would be concussion management. With our baseline testing and our return to play testing, we like to make sure that our balance is returning to normal before we progress somebody to return to play. The second way we use this is post-op or post-injury management as far as balance is concerned. We want to use the data collected on this to show that the people are progressing properly.
I think another unique thing about Alabama that really doesn't get a lot of attention is what we do for all of our athletes, and certainly for all of our football athletes in the world of mental health. Now, this is such a growing area and such an area that is critical not only for performance, but just for overall health. And I have Dr. Ginger Gilmore with me here today. Ginger is one of our athletic trainers, but she also serves as our Director of Behavioral Health. And it's her job to manage all of our mental health cases with all of our athletes and certainly oversee everything we do from a mental health standpoint with football. So Ginger, talk about your services.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm Dr. Ginger Gilmore. I've been here for 28 years in the capacity of athletic trainer and now Director of Behavioral Health and Wellness. And it's really important that you understand when your athlete comes here, we do not want to leave out the mental health and behavioral aspect of your athlete. While we're serving you physically, we are also aware of what's going on mentally. And that's what we enjoy, and that's what we put our life work into, is supporting the student athlete. And it's very important to know that we have some of the best mental health resources in Division I college athletics.
Coach, before we get into our CBNS play of the game, which will feature a tight end, big night for the tight ends collectively. I think they had 8 of the 18 catches that your receivers had in the ballgame.
Yeah, they did a really nice job controlling the middle of the field. The play we're going to show is more on the perimeter, but they do a lot of blocking. But we certainly found a way to, hit some seams, and they ran hard after they caught the ball.
Well, the play you're going to show for us comes at a big time. It's only 14-6 early in the third quarter.
Yeah, and this is our first drive, and we, knew we wanted to set the tone coming out of the locker room. And this is, down in getting close to the red zone. Just really a great job all around. And thought we'd highlight a senior here with CJ. He does a lot for us, and a lot of moving parts. Some shifting before we even start the motion, and then the motion, selling K-Law and his speed around the edge. And then what we're really doing is making it look like a fly sweep, and you're going to see Germ come in, and he's going to crack everyone selling, and with CJ coming out here late. Really, there's only 2 defenders, and now these are areas where the offensive linemen love to be out in that space, but they got to do a great job. This is where you could have blocks in the back, holds, and things like that. And really, Caden and T-Book doing a great job out here, doing their thing, getting the kickouts for CJ to be able to get vertical. Ball in the outside arm, okay, working back outside, in behind the blocks. Just a great job all around, but you can see the flow. I think Jeremy Bernard and his block is really critical. It gets it going. If you can always get this block inside or on the hash, you got a chance. And so great execution all around, sets up a touchdown for us later in the drive.
Coach, this is the segment where we always talk about what's next. Great news is we know there's another game, at least. Not every team in America can say that, but you've got another one with either a bowl game or a college football playoff matchup. And everybody this time of year wants to keep playing, and you get a chance to do that.
Yeah, we'll have a chance here the next couple of days, for a couple of days to take a break. But we'll be anxiously waiting for what the future holds. I think we've done a great job beating some high quality teams, and so the SEC stacked from top to bottom, just the parity in the league and all of that, and just really proud of the wins, 4 in the top 25. That's a pretty big deal. I don't know if anyone else in the country really has that, and so for us to finish 5 of our last 6 games with the wins, something we feel good about the type of football team we have, and getting an opportunity would be big.
Coach, a lot of more opportunities for you and I to visit, but the last time that we'll have a television show for this season. Just a final thought for you on the regular season aspect and for your program as you're moving forward. Again, I know there's more work to be done for this season, but if you could take a little step back and go big picture on where things are now?
Yeah, I just think that there's the football piece, and there's really truly understanding who we are, as a football team, what that looks like, and how we go about our business in preparation for a season, for each and every week. And then I think there's relationships and all that goes along with knowing how we can be at our best. And I think everyone, we just got so many good people, from the players to the staff, that are buying in more and more each and every day, that want to do it not just for themselves, but want to do it for each other. See our success, of course, here at Alabama be at the very top, but enjoying the ride and improving each and every day.
Coach, congratulations on the Iron Bowl victory. Thanks so much for all the help with us this year on the show, and we look forward to seeing you and all of you next time on the Kalen DeBoer Show, presented by Truckworks.
The Kalen DeBoer Show is brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar. Tackle game day with a great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Ford. The Ford F-150 helps make your game day traditions bigger and better, season after season.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health, who reminds Alabama, don't wait, vaccinate.